All right,
We're
we're
back.
going. I know. we're back. We're back. Oh no. Oh god. No.
Yes, the internet. We have returned.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. So today I tried to do like money trees, but I don't think it worked too well. So I what? Oh god. There we go.
About what?
Well, the chat will actually probably be able to hear that. No, I had the video open to make sure that I could see the chat, but I forgot to mute it. So then they just started hearing, hearing us.
Infinite echo.
Yeah. Whoops. Okay. So no, on the goal for today is I just want to say fuck it, Jordan. Let's go gambling on the stock market.
All right, the turnip market.
There we go. I think I do have some money trees planted, and it's been about a week. I think even counting, so we can grab some money from that, just buy a shit ton of things, and then just see how fucked we are.
See if we can turn up some profit.
We got a lot of stuff. Hold on, I think we have a lot of. I don't know what this means. Things to sell.
I heard a great phrase the other day that said that the stock market is a graph of rich people's feelings.
That is pretty good.
Which is a great line. Also, that's not true. It's more complicated than that.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
A great saying. It's a great saying. I gotta say, that's a great one-liner.
Oh God. I don't know this. Oh, okay. I made it angry. Me and the stock market. I'm just not good. I don't know anything. I'm ignorant. That's Michael's thing to deal with. He's
Caitie,
financing.
the beauty of it is that you don't have to be good at it. There's other people who are good at it. And it's amazing. Money makes money.
I know, but you have to have money to make the money. You know what I mean?
That is contingent upon, yes, that's true.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Matching 401ks, people. Jesus Christ. I can't even believe that something like that exists and more people don't just like make it a point in their life to set up. So I think Starbucks does matching 401k contributions for part-time employees, which is like everybody who's in college should work at Starbucks. And I think they might, to be quite honest. I think they might, but if you're doing that and you're not working at Starbucks to take advantage of that sweet free retirement money, come on, folks.
Man, I try to just do like I don't want to say the honorable thing, but the, what would you say? The good internship thing, and just try to do like research and stuff to better my resume, and that didn't really work out well, so should have worked at Starbucks.
You have invested in yourself with a valuable work experience.
I don't know about that, because what I ended up doing, because like I just wanted to go. Okay, the college I went to didn't really have a therapy thing. It was more like the psychology they did was more research based. So I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll just do research because it's something I can get in its paid position. And what I ended up doing was volunteering at a speech, like I studied speech laboratory thing, which was kind of interesting, but at the same time, like, I mean, if you've ever done a psych study, you should know that they're incredibly boring. And Michael's taking out the trash, so the dog's very upset about it.
Jinx is like, bring back my trash.
Jinx! This is my trash now. No, anyway, but like if you've done a psych experience, you know they're incredibly boring. I was the poor sap that had to run those incredibly boring psych experiments. And it wasn't a lot of fun. They didn't match my 401k or whatever the fuck that was. And it was just, I mean, it was an experience, and it got me a letter into grad school, so I guess that's fine. But like there was way easier ways to get letters for grad school. You sneeze and get an A in someone's class, and you have a letter for grad school.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's me complaining about college.
We're making money, or we're making Animal Crossing money, making them bells.
Yeah, we're getting something. We have a lot to sell. Right now I'm just trying. I thought I had some money trees planted that weren't supposed to die, so I'm trying to find those, but I can't, like, it's been a week. I can't. Lord knows with baby brain, I can't even remember what I did yesterday. I can't remember to de-thaw the meat, and poor Michael and I have to wait, really poor Michael, because I didn't mean to pick that up. Poor Michael has to wait for like another hour to just eat.
Caitie, I am not now, nor have I ever been pregnant, and I forget to dethaw the meat like almost every time I need to.
It's terrible. I hate doing it so much, but it's like how like when you go to the store, it's like, oh, this goes bad in 2 days. Well, I don't want to go back to the store in 2 days, especially nowadays. So I guess I'll just
Right.
I'll freeze it. That seems like a great idea. Like I'll be responsible, and you're never responsible.
I've got more meat in my freezer now than I have in quite a while, or maybe ever, right? Because I've been doing the same thing, and I don't have a ton, but yeah, like it should be a simple thing, right? Like at lunchtime or breakfast or whenever you need to do it, like just remember to take the shit out and start to defrost the sucker. But no, I just forget.
Sarah says, "Why is he not?" It's thaw, not de-thaw. Okay, fine, you got me there. Then Sarah says, "Why is he not? Why is he not cooking?" So okay, Michael is very sweet, and he will if I ask. The problem is that like he's not great at it. Which okay, I say he's not great. He can do it. He just hates doing it so much.
Katie's like, Michael's not cooking because Caitie wants to eat. That's why.
Kinda. He's really not bad when he tries. He just like the poor guy gets so nervous when he does it. I'm trying to say all this before he gets back from the garbage. But
that was just me joking around. My official statement in solidarity with the Michael Jordan co-host podcast is that we all know that Michael has true Michelin star, 3-star capabilities. It's just a matter of tapping into the raw potential.
Caitie, you're responsible. You're pregnant. Well, I mean, here's the thing. My legs aren't broken. And honestly, Michael's picked up pretty much everything else. So, like, I feel like cooking's the least of the worries, you know? So, and it's not like... There's, like, fancy cooking, and there's, like, the cooking you do daily. You know, you throw it in a crock pot or whatever and call it a day. Like...
God, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
I'm becoming the master of not fancy cooking.
Yeah, like you make burgers. Like, that took, 15 minutes? Great, we're good.
Sure, yeah.
So, Fuzzle, I have more faith in Michael's cooking than most others. Oh, boy. See, Michael has cooked me. He has definitely cooked a lot for me before, and, He's really not bad at it, but it's kind of funny. Like when I cook, we'll sit down to eat. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I tried to do this thing, and I don't think this turned out well, but I tried. And Michael's like, well, just stop. It tastes fine. Don't critique your cooking. And meanwhile, when he like sets down something in front of me, he'll do like the exact same thing, and I go, oh yeah.
And you're like, it's okay. I don't know why that's just universal, but I'm the same way, and I'm fucking like, I'll get depressed. Like, I will get legitimately sad if I cook something and it tastes so good, and I'm like, this is fantastic. I'm like, I'm gonna make this for my girlfriend, right? Like, like I'm gonna make it for you. And then when I try and make it for her, it comes out like shit. And I'm just like, I fucking hate myself.
Aww.
Like that is, and I don't know if it's necessarily just like the pressure of it, but I think that could be part of it. I have such tremendous respect for chefs. Like honestly, like people who can do it and not just do it in their own house, but like do it like with a time constraint in a busy restaurant and like the food comes out amazing. It's not the same thing as being able to cook something at your house once and have it come out amazing, as opposed to like having to like a full dining room, you know, in your restaurant and like just banging out winners every time.
Yeah. I don't think time passed because I haven't found the money tree, and I don't know if it died. I don't know what happened to it. The money tree, if it exists, is just like it's Schrodinger's money tree. I don't know what we did with it or not. But
also, Fussell in the chat said he has more cooking in Michael's faith than most, and then Xer asks the appropriate question, which is, "How did you eat Michael's cooking?" And then Fussell says, "No comment."
Hey, Michael. Why has Fussell tasted your cooking?
I didn't hear. What did he say?
The poor man's exhausted because he just came out of the heat. And so I call him over and he just looks so exhausted. I ask him the question. He goes, because I cooked for him. Gosh. I mean, yeah, okay.
All right, there you go. Mystery solved.
Mystery solved. So... there you go.
I do like to cook though. Like when I can cook and share it with someone, be it family, friends, girlfriend, it's nice. It's a good feeling. When I do get stuff right, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh my god, this tastes really good. Good job." I'm like, "Fuck yes, good thing that I did." It's fun to cook. It's fun to eat. It is a really heartwarming thing to cook for people that you like and love, and have them enjoy it. It's It's a human experience. God damn it.
Mm.
Learn to cook, people.
See, God damn, I meant to buy that paper. I kind of hate cooking. It's just like I know how to do it, and like it's not hard for me to get like most things, like complicated things, like oh good fucking luck. But yeah, like I don't know, it's just not something I enjoy, and I always feel bad because my mom really likes cooking, and she was always trying to, like when we were growing up, trying to make like bonding over cooking, and I was just always like, oh mom, I'm not into this, and she always hoped I'd grow out of it, and it just isn't working. So I know that she hopes that any like any kids, but definitely since I'm having a daughter, will enjoy cooking, so she can finally teach them all the fun cooking things she knows and not whine about it like I did as a bratty teenager. But yeah, I kind of hope it's one of those, like, you kind of hope you have a kid that likes mowing the lawn, so you're like, yeah, of course you can mow the lawn, you know?
Fuck yeah.
Not that I'm like gonna make my poor kid always cook for us, but like just having like one night where the kid's like, Mom, I want to make you a thing, and go, sure, honey. You experiment in the kitchen. I'll eat whatever. Just please no dairy from good old mama. And like, well, I dream of those days. But
also, happy birthday to Hannah.
Oh, happy
And
birthday!
That says, cooking and baking is so relaxing. Actually, I'm baking a birthday cake for myself tonight. Will you go? God damn it. Make yourself the ultimate birthday cake, I say.
I hope you eat all of it. Like, there's something satisfying about making a cake and then just eating all. Maybe for me, but just be like, I made this cake and goddamn it, I'm gonna eat all of it.
Look, it's Hannah's birthday. If she wants to, you go for it, Hannah.
Eat that cake. Now, my dad is peculiar because he likes cake or whatever, but for his birthday, we always made him a pie because he liked pie better. Is there something, like, if you get to choose rather than a birthday cake, would you have like a birthday pie, a birthday donut?
Yeah, I'm not like huge on cake, generally speaking. I'd probably rather go pie, to be quite honest. I quite like pecan pie and pumpkin pie.
No, I noticed you said pecan and not pecan.
It can go either way.
Okay.
I mean, I just think to me, pecan is more generally accepted than pecan, even though pecan might be, I'd say it's probably a 50-50 split in Texas.
That's fair. Because my mom, she was born and raised in Texas, and like, she'll say pecans the nuts, but it's a pecan pie, which is interesting. You know?
That's correct. No, it shouldn't be correct, but it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird things. Oh, but coriander isn't, Jordan? Were you guys talking about coriander or something?
Oh yeah, no, the Europeans, they had a little their feelings got a little in a bunch.
Because of coriander?
Yeah, exactly, because it's cilantro and they say coriander. I did a poll about it on Twitter and the Europeans lost. Similar to how they normally do.
Oh.
You know, just multiple, losing end of multiple world wars, allowing Britain to escape. Like, I don't know. Like, you guys can't seem to hold on to territories these days.
Oh, woof. To be fair, I think most of the UK doesn't want to escape. But... Oh, boy.
It's debatable, but anyway.
Well... I missed it. But Emery says, I couldn't have a cake for my birthday this week, so I had candles and a donut. First, happy birthday. Two, I love donuts. I would definitely have a birthday, like, pack of donuts. That would be my dream. We just want to have, like, where I live, there's not, like, a lot of good, like... Oh, there's Pete. Bye, Pete. We don't really have a lot of good, like, local donut shops. It's like, oh, you want a donut? Let's go to Dunkin'. Like, yeah, I'll eat a Dunkin' donut. I'm not above it. But, like, there's just something about a good local donut place, you know? Or really local anything.
Yeah, no, for sure. Good bagel spot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so we need to go on a Sunday to buy turnips, and we have at least almost $40,000 bells, whatever, to go, plus some really. So let's save and quit, and then fast forward to Sunday morning, I think. And then pretty much just every day. Now, I know New Leaf, and I think maybe New Horizons, or no, New Horizons, maybe New Leaf. There's 2 turnip prices a day, one in the morning, one in the night. I don't know if the original game does. So we're just I'm not gonna bother saving up 2 different times. So
Yeah.
We'll just check once a day and call it that.
Also, SM says Friday was National Donut Day.
Oh man,
I didn't even realize that. Who knew?
what's up with like? There's like those national donuts and waffles and cake and like. Who sat down? What committee was like? Yeah, we just really like pie. Happy May 20th. It's Pie Day. You know, like.
I mean, if it originated from anyone other than Krispy Kreme or like the people who are selling it, I would be shocked.
Yeah.
Also, this is SM said we have homemade baked cinnamon chocolate donuts. Good Lord, that sounds good.
That does sound good. I just want donuts now, Jordan. We've made a mistake in talking about food, like right by dinner. We made a huge mistake. What have we done?
Oh boy. I know, right? Like now we're both getting hungry.
Yeah.
At least it's a shorter stream.
Yeah. We're only doing an hour today just because of and it's raining. Just because of reasons. Mostly because I'm hungry and life is life. Oh, we got a lot of letters. Okay, what do we got?
Yeah.
Who's this from? It's the HRA. I don't really care about them. It's like the homeowners association of Oh, what does this mean? Does that mean we have a new store? I don't know. God, I wish I could read Japanese. That would definitely make this a lot easier. Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, this is great. Flucus says, random fact, it's Jordan's fault that headphone jacks have disappeared from smartphones.
Oof, yeah. If that's your fault, we have a bone to pick.
I have a bone to pick with myself. I hate the fact that they're disappearing, and so I'm dismayed to know that this is actually my fault. I didn't know.
Jordan, you're just the worst person right now. I don't know how to tell you that.
Gosh, I don't know how to tell me that either.
That's probably one of the biggest things of making me not update on a phone, just because I don't want to fuck with buying new headphones too. Like that's just ridiculous.
No, it's the worst. I completely agree. I for the longest time I wasn't going to, and then eventually it's just like the phone does get old, and they deliberately make it so that iOS runs like crap on the old ones, and just like ugh.
Yeah, and then even if you got like an Android, I don't have an Android, but like your battery sucks.
Apple is becoming the thing that they hate, to be quite honest, or the thing that they hated in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, I think you've already long since passed that.
Yeah, you might be right. Also, I almost forgot, but especially because it's sort of a shorter stream, may as well make sure we get to it. A couple weeks ago, I tweeted out and I said, hey, what are some things you guys would want to have us talk about during live streams?
Oh, okay.
Tweet me, email me, and we'll do like a little map thing. We'll kind of throw it up there. We'll have a competition between the states or the countries or wherever they come from, etc. So we did have a couple of topics that people brought in. Anima Danta on Twitter I can't even pronounce the @ thing. I'll include a link to it later. Basically, just ask what are some of the other games that we've been playing that are similar to Dragon Age or Mass Effect. The first thing that I thought of was that hey, it turns out we did a whole episode about that one time.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
We did. It was episode 45 of Split the Veil, which you can go back and listen to. And it's entitled Other Games That BioWare Fans Should Play or something like that.
I'll also add, like, if we want to talk about right now, I have only been playing Animal Crossing New Horizons, and that is not at all like Dragon Age and Mass Effect. So I feel like new games recently, I have nothing to add. I would just repeat that one episode, which I think I might have said Divinity.
Yep.
And I don't even remember anything else I would say.
I know that Divinity and Pillars of Eternity were our big ones, because those are made by Obsidian and Larian. Larian is now, of course, developing Baldur's Gate 3, which was a BioWare thing. So yeah, I would definitely point to those primarily, and then for Mass Effect, I would always kind of point a little bit to like Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Mankind Divided, just because it's got a dialogue wheel, it's got branching storylines, it's first person, third person mix, so it's gameplay wise not really like Mass Effect, but I especially think Human Revolution, which came out in 2010 maybe, like it feels like you were playing a science fiction role-playing game in the same time frame that Mass Effect 2 came out, if that makes sense. So I would point to that as well.
Now, I just got sidetracked and I bought it and I played the intro and I just never finished it. Did you finish Greedfall?
I've not finished it, but I think I've made it further than you.
I think you have too. Like, what are your thoughts on it so far? Because I know you liked Technomancer.
I really like Technomancer. That's another one I would recommend because the studio that makes Technomancer and Greedfall is called Spiders. And they are... Fussel, thanks for joining. But I was right. Fussel's bailing right when we could have gotten him to rant about how much he hates Greedfall. So I love Technomancer, despite its flaws, despite its jank. And I think that Greedfall, to me, has at least as much jank, if not maybe more. But I don't find I don't know if lore is the right... The setting, the aesthetic, I just didn't find it as compelling, and so it's kind of been a slog to kind of keep going on it. I think it has good stuff. I think the combat's not bad. I think that, it feels a little bit too much like BioWare paint by numbers, where it's functional, but it's not inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say Greedfall, worth a shot if you can get it cheap and you lower your expectations.
I don't know if I'm in a talking loop or no thanks. I just want to buy the turnips, Joan. Okay, so we got to remember this. 90 bells per turnip. So we just got to get more than 90 bells per turnip. Oh boy. We're going to be here for a while. Okay.
Oh, we got to do it one at a time?
Well, not one at a time, but we can do about 9,000 at a time.
Okay.
And we have about $50,000, so we gotta wait here for just a little bit.
Bye, Essam. Thanks for dropping by.
Bye.
Fussel says the last 15 hours of Greedfall are about as much fun as hoovering your... Wait, what? Oh,
vacuuming.
Hoovering your place with a rusty nail stuck in your feet.
Oh, fun.
Well, you gotta try everything at least once, folks.
Yeah, you know what? I love using a British term for vacuuming and then getting tetanus shots. That sounds like a good thing to do.
But Hoover is a name brand.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that's what we say, like, I'll get a Band-Aid. Like, a Band-Aid's a brand name. Or I'm going to get a Post-it.
Kleenex.
You know? Yeah, Kleenex. So, it's a thing. It happens.
Fussel says, it's the single most mind-numbing experience I had in gaming. Have you played the end of Alpha Protocol?
Oh, no.
Because Alpha Protocol is a game that I actually think is quite a good game up until the very last part of it. And that's also made by Obsidian, which is quite interesting.
We got 5,000. Okay. More than my face is tired. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, my face is tired was a momentary thing. Far overblown.
It was overblown at the same time. It was also funny. Because it's like, it was such a weird line.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If you want to say it was lazy or whatever, fine. But it's just one of those, like, why? Why did you do that? You had so many other options you could have done, and that's what you chose. And no, it was just whatever. Okay, so we bought all we could. We have about 500 bells left, and we have what? That's 550 turnips is what we have with.
Indeed.
Okay, so today is Sunday. We're gonna fast forward to tomorrow. Actually, let me try to find. That's a gyroid. What's this one called? Coconut Gel Mini Metatoid. Coconut Gel. That sounds like something that you would like. Someone would say, I need to rub on my belly. Like, oh, if you don't want to get stretch marks, you gotta get that Coconut Gel Metatoid.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's some kind of late night, like, infomercial commercial about that.
Oh, totally.
Also, another topic that we had, which I don't know if it's necessarily a topic so much as it is a prompt, because I see Brody in the chat, Aaron Brody, aka BrodyBot on Discord. Brody shared that she had a story about and this is her term for it, a serial butt stabber.
Excuse me?
A person, it's a serial butt stabber. So it's serial. But they're also kind. No, I'm just, It's like cornflakes, but with a knife. No, I'm just
Okay.
a serial butt stabber. And I assume that this was a person who went around stabbing people in the butt. Aaron in the chat, take it away.
Well, now unfortunately, we're behind, so we'll have to like come up with something to say before she types it out.
I am assuming. So, what do you think this is going to be, Caitie?
I'm hoping it's just some weird fucking kid at her school or something that like just stabbed people in the butt with like a pencil. That's going to be my guess.
Yes, I am thinking more like the little kid in Fallout 3. Did you remember that portion?
Oh, I didn't play Fallout 3.
There's a dream sequence / virtual reality sequence in Fallout 3 where you're trapped in a simulation, and the only way to get out is to break the simulation by doing something that it could never anticipate. So you have to steal a chicken mask. I'm sorry, a chicken mask and a kitchen knife and go kill everybody in the neighborhood.
Cool.
So I'm thinking something more along those lines.
Okay. Okay, we got more mail. Did we get more fossils? More fossils, and well, we got like 4 things. Oh, Red's in town. I don't really care about Red, to be quite honest, because he's just going to be a scam. Oh, there it is. Read it, Jordan.
Long story short is a guy was on the loose in my friend's town in D.C. That was using a knife to stab young girls in the butt at the local mall.
Oh, like this is a real thing. Oh no, it's sad now.
Okay, he was on the loose for 4 months and hurt 14 girls between 14 and 22. So they did catch him, though. Where's the part where they catch him?
Yeah, what happened? What the hell? I have so many questions. What a crime! People do strange things, Jordan. Just strange things.
Yeah, I mean, maybe chief amongst them is trying to stab people in the butt.
Yeah, like, what's the motivation there? Is it just like, the butts, I can't handle it. Gotta maim them. I mean,
psychosis is the only right answer, I'd imagine. But
I guess, yeah.
The live stream answer is just he has a vendetta against posteriors, apparently.
She said, oh, you got it.
I can send you guys the link to the news story if you want. It was in 2011, and I got daily updates.
Daily updates.
I mean, you have to make sure you're safe out there, right? Because the guy's out there stabbing butts.
I mean, yeah.
What's the response in that situation? Everybody just goes around wearing, like, armor on their butt? Like,
I guess. I don't even know. Okay, what's the turnip prices?
94. Or is that like that scene in Batman where they talk about escalation, right? Like you start wearing butt armor, that guy gets a sword.
Okay, Jordan, 94 bells. I don't think we should do it for 94 bells. I think we can get better price than that. What do you think?
I don't know. What's the average? I don't know anything about the turnip market.
See, I don't know anything about the turnip market in Dobutsu no Mori E+, so I feel like I'm not much help.
How many bells did we buy? Like, what was
90.
the price per bell? So we paid 90 per bell.
Yes.
90 per turnip.
Yes, and now it's 94 per turnip. So it's four more bells. I don't think that's enough. I would prefer maybe waiting another day, see what we get. What do you think?
Yeah, that's not a great ROI. I think we can hold for more.
Okay, we'll hold for more then. But we do want to sell some of the other shit in my pockets. All right. Probably should clear my history now. Yeah, I don't know how you were going to Google butt stabber and not have someone weird look at you.
Okay, also, God, the story continues and it's not getting better.
Oh, no.
He was a perv. When they searched his house, they found hundreds of videos of upskirt shots he took. I guess he needed more at some point and took to stabbing. Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. Oh, that reminds me. Have you... I know you probably haven't heard of them, but like maybe you also have something similar. But do you have any like famous residents in your town, but like famous because they're kind of cuckoo for various reasons? Like just like a weird person that everyone sees on the streets or something like that.
I mean, Alex Jones is from Texas. You know that, right?
But that's different because he put himself out there. Like he tries to be what he is. Versus...
You want to know a weird, not to take it to just about Alex Jones, but you want to know a weird thing is that like everybody knew about Alex Jones in Austin like for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Like for decades. Like he was just the Alex Jones guy. Like he was very anti-Bush. which is so weird that he's thought of as a right winger because his whole, I mean, even before Bush, like he was against Bush Senior, like he's been around for decades,
Mm-hmm.
and he was always just like sort of anti-authoritarian or like really hardcore libertarian. Although that really doesn't describe him now.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a weird thing the fact that like for a long time Alex Jones was just that kooky guy over in Austin, and then he became what he is now.
Yeah. How do you? Does it? Alex Jones is one of those. I can't tell if he's really crazy or if the crazy just makes money. You know what I mean? So he pretends to be that way. And it's really a toss-up, and I could really believe any at this point.
I think it's fake. Like I think it's a shtick, honestly. I mean, he tried to use that as a defense in court during his divorce, which you could just say he's just trying to use it as a defense. He doesn't really mean that. But if I had to guess, I'd go ahead and say it's an act.
That makes the most sense to me, just because like I feel like people who really believe those things don't have enough business sense to like get where he is.
Right.
You know?
Right. He went for the most out of the box shtick he could get.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, there are the people that do really think like that and believe him, and so now we're in this weird, dangerous place. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Okay, so for the two topics, we had games that are like DA and ME, and we got serial butt stabber. Which one you like?
Wait, I thought we did both of those.
Well, no, so like I'm saying, if we only have one, because we only had two this week. If we only have one, I will anoint that one the winner. But I feel like if we have more than one, we should try and do a thing where we pick the one that we think is. I'm gonna use best in air quotes here. Most interesting.
I don't know. I do want to say that like, no offense to Aaron, I feel like if like you have to give us the story. Like I feel like it's not a conversation. I don't know what the words I'm describing is.
You're looking for more one that they can pitch it. They pitch us the setup, and then you and I discuss it rather than getting the story from.
Yeah. Or like if they have a story, like they link it first, and then you know what I mean. Like in the tweet she would have like maybe linked the article and be like, please discuss the butt stabber.
I might have to take the blame for that though, then, because Aaron did give me the basics of it over Discord.
Oh, okay. So that's your fault.
That's
your fault, Jordan. Sorry, Aaron. I blamed you, but it's actually Jordan's fault.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the beta version of this. We're in the beta version.
Okay, so you fucked up.
We're working out the details. She did technically send me a summary.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So Jordan, you fucked up. This is your problem.
So does that mean I have to pick?
No, I'll still pick. Us like the first thing we talked about. Well, interesting. We had already talked about, but which I mean, like we have hours of content. I don't blame it on the guy. So and it's just one of those like. Unfortunately, we just didn't have anything to say because I think both of us have been playing nothing like Animal Crossing or Dragon Age games.
Yep.
And I feel like if there was one we could really talk about, just at the same, we don't really have anything. But yeah, I guess I would go butt stabber, and then going on. Then Jordan, you need to get the links for us that way.
Yeah. So we can reference it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I could not think of anything more horrifying and yet more appropriate. Week number 1.
Butt stabber.
Codex added weird stream topics. Butt stabber wins.
Does she win anything? Like, do we?
I don't know if we're gonna do prizes. I don't know how we're gonna work out this, but we are gonna mark down the states. I'm just putting you down for Michigan.
Oh.
I already know. So Michigan is in the lead, 1-0.
All right.
Everybody, if you want us to discuss some weird, interesting, fun topics, send us like the basic premise of it. It doesn't just have to be a news story. I think if you want to send us like a weird what if question, preferably gaming related, but if you want to just throw something at us that kind of just breaks our brains, like any sort of like off the wall topic that you might think would be interesting for us to talk about it, tweet me at The Exalted March on Twitter or email theexaltedmarch@gmail.com.
I would also say like don't do any like serious topics just because like in the format we're doing it in currently, I don't think that'd be appropriate. Cause like I'm most I mean it could be either one of us stream, but like the person who's like actually playing the game is mostly focused on that and talking out of their ass. And then the other person is trying to balance like reading the chat and other stuff. So like talking about like major current events, like I don't think we could do that justice, and then it kind of gets disrespectful at that point. So like,
I completely agree.
To get real, yeah, like this is just we're trying to do fun stuff here, and like I don't think we have the mental capacity to do things right. Not to say we're stupid, but
100% I agree. Like the streams, especially the dual streams, are always meant to be silly, and so yeah, let's definitely try and keep it more lighthearted.
Yeah. So yeah. Now a topic that like I started and then I didn't finish my train of thought on. Weird people around town. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was a guy. Well, I think he's still there. A guy called Biker Fox. Have you ever heard of Biker Fox?
No, but I'm interested.
So, I will say, there's two crazy bikers in Tulsa. I can't remember the other guy's name because it's been so long. But so the guy that we're not going to talk about, who's not Biker Fox, he used to dress up as Santa Claus, and like various other things, and he always ran for mayor. And then he would always have inflatable penises on his bike and would run around like that for whatever reason.
Whoa.
I don't know why. He got arrested a couple times doing some not so cool things. Anyway, but Biker Fox is we got a ruby ecno chair. Okay, well, I don't really have the room to pick this up. Let's go look at Turnips and we can pick this stuff up later. Anyway, Biker Fox, he just had weird signs on his bike and would bike around. When I say weird, it's been so long since I've seen him, I can't even come up with something. I think he would also try to run for mayor a lot. He would dress up in, like, women's clothing, but he wasn't, like... It was just kind of strange, you know? And, like, apparently, someone from Europe, I don't know what nationality they were, they got wind of this guy's existence, and they ended up doing a, like, small documentary on him that you can actually go watch. I have not seen it. I just know the legend based on living there for a while. And, apparently, like, when he met them at the door, he essentially tried to do a, oh god, what's that movie? Oh, it's like famous Hitchcock movie where the guy dresses up as his mother. Psycho. There you go. Yeah, he does a Psycho, and he, like, opens the door dressed up as his mother and says, like, he's mother, and, like, he's doing, like, this tour around the house, and it's just extremely bizarre. And, like, it's this guy that definitely has mental issues, but also kind of really wants to be famous, and, like, that's kind of what the documentary was about, apparently. So, like, if you want to watch a documentary about some weird guy in Tulsa, I don't know what the documentary's called, but the guy is called Biker Fox.
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't have anything that good.
Well, I'm sure you do. You might just not know anything. Like, you don't know of them, you know? Like, I feel like every city I've lived in has, like, someone kind of like that.
I'm trying to remember, like, I mean, because I live in a major city, right? And so, like, surely that's happened, but also... I don't know if it would have been, like, I'm trying to remember who had a moniker, or there's all kinds of weird shit that's happened, but like, who got branded and had like a name and everything, and like
also,
a legend that came about it.
We were at 66 bells today, so maybe a bad choice, but we got a couple more days to go through, so. Yeah, I will say, there's not like a name for him, because like I feel like he's not that famous. But where I live now, there's a guy that he sits on the side of a very busy why am I blanking out on every single English word imaginable right now? He sits on the side of a major, like, intersection. There it is. And he has a walker, and he looks kind of disheveled. And he has a sign saying, "Fire victim, please help." Except he's been a fire victim for probably like 7 years now, probably more than that. And like the place where he sits gets a lot of like new people traffic. Like, it's not. My city's kind of like, oh, I need gas. Here's a place with big enough stores, and he kind of sits on the intersection that's right, comes off a highway. So he gets a lot of people who don't know anything about him. And, like, you see him get money all the time. Like, man, how much have you made off of this? Because I can only imagine it's, like, a good chunk of money, you know? And he's only out there when the weather's good, so I think it's just whenever he feels like it. I don't believe he's homeless for a second. He looks... No. He's not disheveled. Like, he looks completely, like, mentally normal. I think he's just one of those guys that they make a living off of panhandling. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a well-established thing at this point that lots of people do.
I've always been like curious. This is one of those things where like, were I like a dumb teenage boy and didn't have to fear for my safety, I would definitely just like stake out and see when where he goes to, where he parks his car at night. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean they've also done like those news. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but like they do this all the time, right? Local news will figure out who's the fake homeless people.
Yeah, I would love the local news to do something on him, because it's been almost a decade since I've seen him, and like I don't know how long he could have been here for years. Oh my god, the stream is depressing again. That's not depressing. Like, I mean, I guess some guy scamming people kind of sucks, but like, you know, that's on his conscience. I'm just calling him an asshole.
Florida is full of crazy people. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, apparently.
I mean, I've been to Florida a couple times, and like I feel like the weirdest people are the ones that are tourists. And then again, I went to like touristy areas, so of course it would be.
Never been, but from what I understand, you know, like Panhandle versus Peninsula, those are wildly different places.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have a friend who currently lives in the Panhandle, and she says this is pretty normal, everything's fine, and like we by pure coincidence, the both of us took a trip to Florida for spring break one time, and it was very bizarre. Some of the people we saw, like, I'm sure most of them were tourists, but some of them definitely weren't, and you're like, oh boy, I don't want to live here. So, and then there's also, I will say, like, the Florida man meme or whatever is just because they have like that one law that like, and like journalists have access to like arrest records, so they get like, they're able to report on the weird stuff more than like normal journalists.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
So that's why you hear a lot of strange stuff coming out of Florida, because like it gets you clicks, you know? Why not?
Oh yeah, no kidding. But do you think there's ever any semblance of remorse amongst the local media there? Like, we did this to get clicks, but now there's a national, like, widely accepted idea that like Florida man and like everybody in our state's crazy.
Yeah, maybe there's one or two, but I think they're more interested in like the money they're able to be made, you know?
God, what bastards then, right? Like, if I lived in Florida, I'd be like, you sons of bitches, like nobody takes it seriously now.
But like, did anyone take Florida seriously before?
Oof.
Like, let's be real here.
God damn, Gilda's Allen shooting shots right now.
I'm just saying.
Well, no. Look, they can't. Not all states can be Texas, Caitie. You're right about that.
Yeah, I say it's coming out of Oklahoma, and I feel like the belief of Oklahoma from everyone who doesn't go there is like, oh, I think I've heard of that state. You know, the one with the musical? Yep, the one with the musical. Oh, okay. That's it. That's the conversation.
Yeah, I've never been a fan, unfortunately, of Oklahoma.
I mean, I haven't either, but
decent enough place, right? Good people everywhere, but
it's whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
I just like Texas. You know, I'm not gonna say why. I just like it better.
Well, it's also your home. Like, I feel like that's
yeah.
I'm just the asshole who like doesn't like my home for whatever reason. So
I guess that does happen. I mean, I think I definitely went through the phase of like, oh, got to get out of here. Don't want to be here. You know, whatever. And then after some life experience, I'm like, no, this place fucking rocks. I love it here. There's low taxes, we got guns, and traffic's not as bad. And
yeah, here's the thing. I am just honestly so afraid of tornadoes, and I live through so many tornado warnings. Not watches, but warnings, that it has scarred me forever that I don't want to live back there, you know? I don't want to do it. It like honestly like frightens me, which sucks, because like, you know, it would be nice to like have my kids be raised next to their grandparents, and like, granted, my parents have had the same home for well over 20 years now and nothing bad's ever happened to it, but like that fear is still there, you know, of like hiding in the closet going like, oh, Caitie, it could come get us and ruin everything, fuck up your whole shit, and I'm like, ah, like it scares me. So anyway,
that's a good enough reason. I mean, that's a valid reason. Tornadoes suck.
I mean, yeah, and like here, like I feel like my parents were like older when they had me. So like they were a little bit more established, and then there's also the whole debate of like, you know, the boomers had it better. So like if a tornado tore down our house, like it would have sucked and we would have lost a lot, but like we would have been okay. If Michael and I like were able to buy a house and the tornado sucked it up, we'd be fucked. Jordan, we would be so fucked.
I mean, you would be fucked, but like, you know, you would have a good insurance policy. It's still tough.
Yeah, but it would just be, I don't know. I would just be so horrified, you know. And like I would have to move it back in with my parents because like what do you do? I don't know. It would just it scares me. So yeah, I think that's a lot of the reason why I don't want to go back. That got real, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think, and I'm not the person to advise you on homeowners insurance, and I think that at this point, many policies probably do include this, but if not, make sure that yours does.
Oh, yeah.
It includes like, well, I cannot remember the right term in the insurance parlance, but essentially like the tear down and clearing of whatever is left of your old house if your house is a total loss. At least at one point, policies included, you know, a new house, like rebuilding your house the way that it was, but it can be tens of thousands of dollars to get rid of the debris of an old house.
Yeah.
And sometimes policies did not always cover that. I think a lot of them probably do nowadays, but, you know, just make sure my homeowner peeps out there.
Aaron also says, earthquakes, Caitie. Earthquakes scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, but here's the weird thing. I never lived in a place with earthquakes. When I moved out, I guess Tulsa really liked fracking, and then they started getting earthquakes when I left. So now they have tornadoes and earthquakes. So yeah. They're not like major, but they're apparently there. So.
Hey, Caitie, cats are cute, right?
I mean, they're all right.
Exit in the chat says, Caitie, you're being depressing. And I was like, well, gee, what do you want us to talk about? Like fucking kittens and shit? I literally threw out cats are cute. And you're like, well, they're not that cute.
I just like dogs better. I can't help it. Maybe like I'm also growing like less fond of cats just because like we have a couple stray cats in here and they are just very mean, which like I get it. You're a stray cat, you don't know human behavior. And like I have a dog that goes, "Oh, I want to touch you." But like calm down, man. Like I'm like it's across the parking lot and it's like hissing at me. I'm like, I'm not even near you.
Cats can be motherfuckers, man. Like those they're like little destroyers ready to jack people.
Yeah. Jordan, we may have fucked up because we got a 70 today. So unless we get a spike in between, today is Wednesday in the game. So unless we get something today, we might have made a boo boo.
You know, it's all about long-term investment, and so I think even if this cycle doesn't turn out okay for us, we'll do better on the next one. I
mean, I hope. I just want a quick. This is Panen tried to get rich quick, and it's just not working out very well. We're kind of running out of time, so I'm not going to check my mail or anything. We're just going to blow through this week.
Key.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm normally pretty patient with this game. Just not on stream. You know what I mean?
Man's got to get that cash.
Yeah. What is your least favorite type of dog or breed of dog? Oh, boy. I have... why don't we get... Oh, this maybe it's not really depressing. I'm going to say something controversial about dogs.
Oh, no.
I think pit bulls are aggressive. Come at me. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people are like, oh no, pit bulls are so sweet, whatever. They can be. They really can be, especially female pit bulls, because female dogs in general are less aggressive. But if you don't have a socialized pit bull, if you don't train your pit bull well, they can be aggressive. So I get why people like don't like pit bulls. And like there are people who own pit bulls and they train it well and they're socializing well and you're responsible and thank goodness you own one. But then there's people who don't, and then these poor dogs just learn terrible behaviors and then just do terrible things to the people around them and other dogs and children. So like and here's the thing, it's not just pit bulls. Chihuahuas, they fuck you up too. Now granted, they're tiny, so it's easier to pull off a chihuahua and go, ha ha ha, it's so funny because it's tiny. But like there are other aggressive dogs. Just, you know, pit bulls get the bad rap because they're just I guess I don't know why pit bulls specifically get focused on. Like there are definitely other aggressive dogs. Like you really need to know what type of dog you're getting and like really know yourself and your training ability. Like I can sort of train a dog, but I'm not great at it. So we got a dog. We got a corgi who's they're not really that aggressive. Like they're pretty chill. That's what we needed to do. So yeah, and like I don't trust myself with a pit bull. I wouldn't want to get one because I'd be afraid I wouldn't be able to do it right. So I think that people who there's a couple types of like dog owners and pet owners in general. There's people who just want to get a dog because dogs are cute. I love dogs so much. And then they get a nightmare dog because they don't know anything about dogs. And those are the people that have dangerous dogs. And then there's people who know how to handle a dog. And they think, you know what, maybe I should get a pit bull or another aggressive breed, like a chow chow or something like that. So, I don't know. Get your dogs responsibly. Just don't go into the pound and like, I just want to get the cute one. And like, look at the dog with the sad eyes. Because if you honestly can't handle that dog, and you're not going to train it well, you are doing that dog more harm than anything. That's my rant on pit bulls. Thank you.
I agree with everything you said. I think large breed dogs need to be handled by experienced owners, period. Mm-hmm. Anyone who knows anything about dogs will tell you you shouldn't get a German Shepherd if you've never had a dog before.
Oh, yeah.
And German Shepherds are well-behaved dogs, but they're alpha, man. Like, they lead shit, and if you don't lead them, they lead you.
Yeah. Or even like a husky. Huskies are real popular. Like, let's behavior aside of like those dogs that are really high energy, you really need to at least train them, or like they're very smart. They need something to do, otherwise you're going to fuck up your house or your lawn or just something. Like, if you have a husky in Texas, my God, what are you doing? Those poor things. Like, unless you have the room and the space for that husky to like run around in a well air conditioned area, like, good luck, man. So, So yeah, I guess like it annoys me. People's like, oh, all pit bulls are nice, all pit bulls are sweeties. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I think any dog, like you said, any dog that's not socialized, any dog that's not raised well can potentially misbehave. And the simple fact is these dogs have more capacity for destruction with their mouth than most other dogs. So it's a higher stake risk.
Yeah. And I also want to say, like, it's not just pit bull. Like, I think I've already said that, but like there are definitely other breeds. Damn it, I didn't want to do that. Wait, back. Fuck. I fucked it.
Oh, before I have a controversial opinion about dogs also.
Oh, go for it.
I don't think that the chat nor yourself is going to appreciate it.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah, small breed dogs were a mistake. That's fucked up that we did that to them.
You know, I don't necessarily disagree with that, because, like, it's... I don't know if this ever picked up on stream, but all the time when I'm petting Jinx and I see her in her tiny little legs, and I go, Jinx, what have my people done to yours? You know, like...
Dogs can't breathe right. Like, they literally cannot breathe right. And that's like, that's not nature. Like, we did that to dogs.
Yeah, like French bulldogs. Have you heard about French bulldogs? What you did to those suckers?
So problematic.
Yeah, they can't have birth naturally. They have to have a C-section. That's why they're so goddamn expensive.
It's rough. Like, I understand that they're cute, and I understand people have a love for the animal, but like, think on a more macro level, like we're manipulating the genetics of breeds of dogs so we can have dogs that fit in your lap or in your purse.
Mm-hmm. Or just like a weird aesthetic, like the pug nose or Jinx with her tiny little legs. And like, I will say, like, to try to play devil's advocate, Jinx with her tiny little legs, because, you know, she's a corgi, like, apparently that was to help like with cattle breed, like with cattle, you know, she'd go around and like herd the cattle. And like, okay, maybe that's like when they kick up they go over her head, but like, I'm not herding cattle. Why do I have one?
Right. So like, no, and also people are putting in the chat like how much they love their small dogs. Obviously, I love dogs. I think animals are great. Yeah. Those small breed dogs deserve all the love in the world, but we should feel bad about what we did to them.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I agree. Like, I love Jinx. I think corgis are real cute, but yeah, there's a good chance when she gets older she'll have hip dysplasia, and she, like, her poor hips at the very back are going to give out, and like, honest to God, she's going to need a little doggy wheelchair, which is extremely sad because of breeding. And we're good. The game like lagged out a little bit, and I feared.
We're still going.
Okay, we were at 75 yesterday. That's at 94 might have been the spike, Jordan. We might have fucked ourselves over. Okay, let's check the prices today. 81. Oh, Jordan. God. Okay, so we have one more day to sell it, and that's tomorrow. So do we want to? I mean, I guess we just go ahead and look for tomorrow. And if it's higher, thank God. And
we're not taking this 81. If we go down, we go down fighting.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Oop, I do want to get this little spot while I'm here. And I just dug up the flowers. Fuck!
Todd Warden says, I don't think some small dogs are bad. Like say some terriers are just scaled down, but ones where they've messed with their proportions were definitely a mistake. I think that
Yeah.
there's degrees to it, definitely. Like it's not all the same thing for sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think it all comes down to like how healthy is the dog. Like pugs, oh god, the poor bastards.
Yeah.
French bulldogs, even corgis to an extent. But
Like to say that, like, to talk about a scaled down thing, like, so I think schnauzers are a really cool breed of dog. Like,
they're
if I were
very
to get a
cute.
dog,
Yeah.
I would like one. But there's also like there's the mini schnauzer, the standard mini, and then like the large schnauzers. Is like, I think that seems to be working fine because, like I said, the proportions of the dog are all the same. You're just sort of breeding like the smaller ones.
Mm-hmm.
You're not breeding to try and shrink down a particular part of them, which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the... Especially, like, what's maybe the worst breed of dog? Like, aesthetically. And I would probably say one of those hairless dogs. Just, like, there's dogs that are pure hairless, and, like, there's something, like, kind of strange, but also interesting about it. And then there's those dogs that have, like, patchy hair. Apparently it's a dog that actually, I think, is bred in Mexico, and, like, it has a very long name that I am not be able to pronounce.
Chupacabra?
Yeah, that. Then they suck goat's blood. It's just really weird.
Yeah, metal.
No. I'm not gonna be able to come up with the
America's
name.
got the bald eagle. Mexico's got the chupacabra.
Hey, chupacabra is cool. I'll say that. It's a lot. Like, what? I mean, think of like American New Legends or whatever. It's like Mothman. Way to go, us. We got fucking Mothman.
Yeah, I mean it's true.
The Jersey Devil. Oh my, I'm shaking. But like some strange creature that like sucks your goat's blood. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay. Anyway. What about a Great Dane? I don't know. Great Danes are fine. Yeah. I don't. Do they have a lot of health problems? I don't actually know.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Great Danes.
I know like larger dogs do have like they live like corgis are supposed to last like 15 to 20 years. A Great Dane's like 8, but like all big dogs are kind of like that. They have like that 8 to 10 year range. It's just what it is. All right, here it is, the final day to sell these things. Let's see how much we're crying.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, turnip prices. 56. Oh, Jordan.
Damn, that was rough.
Oh, Jordan, it's the lowest it's ever been.
That's fucking rough.
Oh.
God damn, these motherfuckers.
Panen is a terrible stock market investor.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I guess next step is Panen's gonna get a job at Starbucks.
Oh man, we got fucked, Jordan. Because either way, if we did sell that 94, that's still not a great payout. Yeah, I'll sell the goddamn turnips. I'm just so pissed. We lost half our money for the most parts.
That's rough.
That's so rough. So rough. Wait, I do want to actually sell things. Hold on, I'll come back. Where did we go wrong? What did we do? What did we do to deserve this? I feel like
we didn't diversify. That's what it was. We put all our money in turnips. We didn't have a diversified portfolio.
I know, but it didn't let us have a derivative.
Problem with this game.
Yeah, there you go. You need to have like turnips, maybe like some radishes. Do some other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Let's look at our mail at least. We got a lot of mail. Oh man. Long-term
investment, folks. Long-term investment.
Yeah, this is why I never played the stock market Animal Crossing. I know there's some science to it. I say science, like there is some predicting nowadays with the stock market, but it's just like I don't want to fuck with it. I can't be asked to do that. Well, let's sell what we got. And we'll probably wrap it up from there. But thank you everyone for watching Panen's stock market crash. God, I'm so upset. I thought for sure we could at least get like a 95 or something like that, but no.
Something. But no, it's a rough go of it for Panen.
Yeah. Are you pissed or disappointed? Can I be pissappointed? That was so fucking stupid.
That was a gem, Katie. That was brilliant. That was like a chef's kiss of badness.
Oh god, dude, are there mom jokes? Is that a thing? I know dad jokes are like the puns, but can I claim mom joke? Can I claim that as a mom joke now?
I think there is a mom joke, but I think it's I don't know if I could define it properly, but it's a shade different from a dad joke. I don't know exactly why.
I feel like what I did was more of a dad joke level because it's like punny, but like I don't. Yeah. Maybe mom jokes are cringy. Maybe that's what it needs to be. My mom was kind of crude, so I mean, like, you've seen me. You hear what I say. My mom is very similar to what I do.
I think, like, and I hate to, I mean this sincerely, like, I legitimately do hate to play into the oafish father sitcom motif that has originated over the past 20 or 30 years, but, like, I guess within that context, socially, a dad joke is more based on the dad being oafish, where if we take the modern context of motherhood as like the mom's the authoritarian, then the mom joke is like wholesome but pedantic, like gently pedantic.
Okay.
Like mom lecturing, but also like she's lecturing you on like how to be safe when you use Facebook kind of thing.
Okay. So like I can't even think of like a joke that would go that direction. You know what I mean?
I might, then maybe my theory is not. I don't know. I'm making up theories on
No,
the fly.
I can kind of like imagine what you mean, but I can't like express it right now.
Chat, what's a mom joke? Give us a mom joke, quick.
Mom jokes are reels that all lead to dads buying flowers. They're traps, is what you're saying. No.
Oh, I got it. What's a mom joke? Kim Kardashian.
Woof.
I was just kidding. Woof. I'm sure that Miss Kardashian West is a wonderful mother.
Maybe they're jokes where you just like they're trying to be wholesome jokes, but they just go like, "Oh, mom, that wasn't." Like the stuff you would hear on like Bible school or something like that. I don't know how to.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably any joke that's like you would hear on like a baby cartoon. That's probably like mom jokes.
Yeah, I could wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Riverme Timber's doing the deep research here. Looked up mom jokes.
Oh. Well, I was about to turn things off, so you better come up with these mom jokes real fast, River.
Okay. It's spicy. What? It's spicy. Universal mom code for I don't want to share. I guess it's like a joke about a mom.
Oh my god, you know what we're completely overlooking? Jokes that are like wine mom jokes.
Okay, wine mom. I got you. Riverme Timbers has, Mom, what's it like to have the greatest daughter in the world? I don't know. Ask your grandma.
See, that's the type of stuff where, like, I want to call it boomer humor. And, like, I'm just imagining there's, like, this artist who has, it's always, like, this old woman who looks, like, really angry. And she's wearing sunglasses. And she's always on, like, a mug or a greeting card. And it has, like, one of those jokes on it. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I don't, like, I can't remember the name of the artist. Otherwise, this would go over better. A toddler can do more in one unsupervised minute than most people can do in a day. Well, one, I fear for that one. That's probably true. But, yeah, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, Facebook wine moms now, as Ducky put it. Like, don't, like, milk for baby, wine for mommy. Like, I saw that on, like, a baby shirt one time. You know, and they're like, oh, it's so funny. I'm like, oh, is it, though? Is glorifying drinking alcohol while you're taking care of your child really where you want to go right now? I don't know. I'm also saying this as someone who doesn't drink, so maybe this is me being like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, this is where I'm calling it for today, guys. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. So someone asked me when my due date was. My due date is on the 21st of this month. So that's in like 2 weeks.
Or also any minute between now and then.
Yeah, really. So we might have another stream next week, or we might not. So I don't really know where to go. So if I don't see you guys next week, then hopefully everything turned out all right. If I do see you guys next week, then I'm probably going, just get this kid out of me! And like, that's probably what that is. And then after that, I'll see you for 2 months. But yeah, with that, guys, thank you so much for joining us. And I'll see you all eventually. Jordan, you'll probably see them sooner than that.
Yeah, somebody asked what's the plan, like, while you're out. I'll have things. I mean, look, I'm not going to just continue to tease you guys with the Skyrim thing, but maybe it'll make an appearance. Maybe a canon Mass Effect run will make an appearance. Maybe I'll just make you guys watch me team wipe in XCOM over and over again. I don't know.
Yep. I have some things I've uploaded. They're just like a lot of best ofs that I owe you guys, and I'm gonna have. They're already uploaded. They're ready to go. They have been for like I think a week now. So yeah, I guess with that, goodbye.
Thanks everybody. Bye.